Oh, gonna be. I was gonna set a screen.
There's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Hey, Reg, how we can do, though, baby.
Bringing it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Charlie, move, baby.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Oh, he rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. So a nice run right there. And worth mentioning their usual starting running back out this week. The hope is it's just a short-term absence. But this is where it pays, Charles, to have a quality reserve that you can turn to when you need it.
And to me, they definitely have that, because this is a guy more than capable of picking up the slack. And he's likely going to see a big share of carries as this one progresses. And how many times do we see running backs jump into the breach and have big games?
Wood ass came over here, man.
On second down, it's Sanders. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Sanders, and he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line.
Fuck you.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
That's a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Oh, sir.
Oh,
the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Darius Slayton.
That's on me.
His
That's on me.
fourth
That's on me.
touchdown
I said that's on me, man. Calm
and the
down.
Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And we'll tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
Hurts throw complete to Rager. So the completion good for 7 there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Oh, he was in the paint chilling. No, he was chilling. No, we don't want to say. We don't want to point.
Hurts sets up to
back it up.
Into a double team, and it's
Yeah, I was trying to get hold a nigga now.
At the 36. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So a first interception thrown for there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open.
This nigga scared.
And that one wound up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there
That's
after the catch on the next-gen stats.
This nigga scared. Damn. What's up?
After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Go BJ. Yeah, that should be every time.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Oh, my Lord. Boy having cold feet.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be
scared of that white boy.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2nd and 12. Now Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers. 3 of them, in fact.
They
take the ball away, give it back to their offense. That's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Yes, sir.
He lets it
Ham.
Ham.
Hey.
What a catch.
There you go, BJ. You thought the ham.
A big play that time through the air.
Nah, hell no. Try to blame BJ. Get me the best on my your homeboy schedule. Friendly fire. Oh my Lord.
39 yards. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Darius Slay with a pick. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Read it well, and it's picked.
See, you ever seen somebody pass like that?
Take this one home. It's a touchdown.
40 years.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. What I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Hey.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin the next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title.
Yeah, I was playing again, they dropped.
You love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit
and
ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So, Charles, a nice throw there by a man who, until this week, was the backup here, elevated to get the start due to injury. How different do you think this offense will be?
Well, the hope is not much, but obviously it's hard to say until you get out there and see how your guys respond. Unfortunately, this might just be a 1 or 2 week absence. But I do think that this unit has faith in him. They believe that he can play well, and they're going to band together to give him every opportunity.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts.
Look at this shit, guys.
He throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback. because that was awfully close.
He ain't got number 15, 16.
For the end zone. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But
now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt, that's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
That's to the tight end, Kobe Parkinson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play that time on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Yes,
They'll
baby.
try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. On 2nd and goal, Wilson. And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes
Miley Witherspoon Weaver. Who the fuck is this nigga, man? Man.
That's your homeboy.
Who the fuck this nigga is?
That's your homeboy.
Oh, Lord. Really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Throwing his
Yes. Stop closing it. There.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
It's your body. You're retarded.
Hurts. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. This is caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Reagor, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. It's Wilson.
He'll get that complete to Parkinson.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They go play action now. Wilson rolling to his right.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good with a PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Harley.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
In the restroom.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out.
I sent out squads. I don't know if y'all already in one.
Blast out there playing against him today.
Play action. Now Wilson.
Yeah, I just walked back in.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Wilson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
I'm confused, dog.
And the one here, nigga, should have 100
Big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And
The 100
controlling the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Greedy Williams picks it off.
And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Stay ready. You got to get ready.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Dang, man, I guess we're looking at the wrong side right here.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Yeah, this is going to be an Eagles first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now
Diesel.
You assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
As Sanders has it pumped free, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game.
I got 99.
You got to believe what the coaches are saying
2-3.
and take care of that football.
Yeah. 2-3.
Nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Fuck.
Here's Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he's got this down to the 35.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot.
I'm talking to y'all.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
2-3. 2-3. 2-3.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Flushed out right.
That's a something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball
2-3
and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
We're 3-2 it. Let's 3-2 it. Let's 3-2 it. 3-2 it. Let's 3-2 it. Let's 3-2 it.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. They go play action with Wilson. Flush to his right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
Well,
that's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on third down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to get Pater, but they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And that is caught, and the record is his. It's a touchdown. Big 4th down conversion for the score and the defense. That is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And forget
went 3-2.
That looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defense.
7 and 4, 4 and 5.
Press the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
You and BJ, you the hybrid.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Hey, hybrid, help me. Yeah, we dead as hell.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Shit.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over,
see what I'm saying?
It changes momentum.
Gotta play hybrid, Trey. Gotta play hybrid. Hash to hash.
That's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, come up here and play beside me.
You better be.
Yeah, come up here at the top, in the middle. Basically, 2 safeties with 2 center fielders, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you have it. You have it. Yeah, come up here and play. Yeah, for real. Yeah, 4-1 for real.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I tell you, they didn't get
we just shift from that extra man that pop out. You be up here with me, beside me. Get beside me. Come up here. There you go. There you go. Kind of like a 2-3. There you go. They stay over there. There you go. Exactly. There you go. Yep. You always keep the eye, man. Oh, it flip. You feel me? Just like that. I was coming to the right. There you go, Diesel. Yep. So I left him. Stayed over there with that nigga. That was perfect. That's all it is. Just covering all the niggas at the top.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion.
Coming to the right. I got it, Diesel. Stay over there.
89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
I'm coming up.
Now a carry for Sanders.
Yeah, shit.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown.
That's it. All right, now waiting on the pad. He ain't touched the bitch. That should be mockery. That should be faggot as fuck, man.
And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
There you go.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Three-two. Hybrid. Come up with these. Yeah, go. Keep going. There you go, Diesel. Yep, you stay with him over there. Stay with the hash. There you go. Yep. Damn, he left my ass. Jesus Christ.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get
this drive
underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one drops down incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free.
Yeah,
and second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
I just shot that bitch.
Tyler Lockett. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
In scoring position, too. That's what I would be crazy about. They be in scoring position. They get to do that.
Out of bounds, and now they get great field position at the 40 in a tie ball game. Hurts a handoff to Sanders, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Damn.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that hole right now, but I'll guarantee you one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give running left. It's Sanders. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some splaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this 4th quarter and the rest of this game very interesting. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
Man, that'd be the first thing you point out, ain't it, Sid?
Midfield at the 45.
That'd be the first thing you point out.
Able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
A little bit of a dangerous throw in a tie ball game because your job Make sure the worst thing that happens to your offense is that you go into overtime. That could have been a game changer there if he came down with that interception.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about it if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Wilson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they broke it on time here in the final minute.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together, make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He's back to throw. Flushed out right. Pass complete, Goddard, and he is out of bounds. 25 seconds to go as he does pick up a first. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead is up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And some room to maneuver. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. Sanders has the first down and much more. And finally taken down at the 34. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And
I ain't even hungry, but I ate